and welcome to Awakening, the blog. Today I would like to talk a little bit about how it feels to disconnect from the source. And I've been observing for several weeks now a situation that has come up regarding the twin flame story that I've been sharing. And what I've noticed is this feeling of drying out. Basically, as if my heart didn't feel anything anymore. Not just the connection with the twin flame, but it's been a process of for a while disconnecting. It all started with, again, a confrontation I had with him. I wanted to find out a little more about what he does in his work, and he felt I was invading his space, and I was surprised because we've known each other in a very, very close way for 7 years, and his reaction really made me wonder really how he's leaving the situation, because I've been sharing all the story that I've shared from what I have experienced, my view from the situation as it has unfolded for me. But obviously the situation from the other part is probably completely different, in spite of him recognizing that there's a connection and there's something strange and powerful about it. I have realized by disconnecting from the source that living without the connection to the spirit, is actually living like a zombie, is living in a very numb state. And I must say, it's been quite unusual and different for me to live probably like most people live. That we live thinking that we are so connected and that we know who we are, but there is this missing piece of connecting to the inner source of our spiritual essence. By living in this side of the story now, I probably can understand how difficult it is for many people that have not been able to connect to their spiritual source to have an idea of what spirituality is or the spiritual dimensions are, because there are levels in the spiritual dimensions, and obviously just the basic connection to the inner source, which is how we can start to connect to spiritual dimensions, can be quite hard for many people that have been accustomed to live their lives from their eyes outside and have been very scared about connecting inside. And I do believe that as long as we don't connect inside, we do not start experiencing all that the spiritual dimensions can offer us in a more grounded way. Because we can experience what we could call miracles from God or whatever, but what I mean by grounded is being connected, feeling the connection inside of us. So after this discrepancy we had and how I felt that he's really closed in his world, that is not really willing, as much as he wants help to heal his life, I don't know how much he's willing to open up to his spiritual dimensions. But I have had the feeling of what it is actually to feel in this state of not being able to feel anything in the heart, not been able to feel anymore the connection. I must say I've been okay with it, because it's like a relief in many ways, that I'm going through this parenthesis, through this phase of just realizing things from a different perspective. But I must say that I felt more aliveness with the deeper connection, definitely. When there was more, when I had more experiences that came from the soul level. And I imagine now that those experiences of the soul level that I had happened to me because I was open to it. I was really open to the soul experiences, and that's why they were happening to me. And I realized that unless we are open to it, nothing's going to happen. I'm not really sure what I did to close myself. I know it started after that experience of feeling that, this is just never going anywhere. And that in a way I've invested so much energy and time in a relationship that's never going to even get close to manifest the power that it involves, because we need to both be open to the spirit level. This is a spiritual relationship. It's not totally about the physical realm. It's about manifesting the spiritual energy in the physical realm, and for that we need to be aligned with it and manifest it. It's the most powerful energy to transmit and to manifest in the world, because it has the power of spirit. Obviously, there are many ways in which we can channel the spirit energy into the world, but I have believed, because of all the things I have felt in the process, that the union of this twin flame energy manifesting unconditional love is probably one of the major things that we need to experience and manifest in this life, or in this realm. But I believe that's not going to be possible, at least in my story with him, because in one way I've been open and now I'm closed, and I'm feeling this sensation of disconnection that it makes me feel at ease, because I don't feel anything. But at the same time, it feels like living empty. That's not how it felt before. Not only because of the relationship with him, but just being connected to my own spiritual source and soul and spiritual dimensions, being open to it. There was much more aliveness in my own space. As I say, I feel okay now that I'm experiencing this, because I think it's important to experience something different, to realize where most people are. And maybe I gotta, right now I think I need to go through a process to reconnect. As much as I do my meditation and I go inside, the feeling in my heart is not there. It's empty. And so it's been quite interesting to observe myself for the last several weeks since this incident happened, and try to find what's really going on for me. So I believe that obviously it's good to experience the other side, just to get a feeling of what it might be the experience of the other person. And I believe that's what's happening to me now. And what I need to do now is find a way to reconnect without, I don't know if I can, when I reconnect to that source, I don't know if I can block or cut my connection to him, to his soul. I don't know that, but I will find a way to reconnect and start feeling the aliveness again. Now, this, I must say, has brought me a little bit of peace in relationship to this relationship, because I don't miss him. I don't think of him that often. I don't care, really, whether he writes or not. He's there. I know he's around, but my heart doesn't feel anything anymore. And it's been quite interesting not to feel whether I care or I not care whether he's there or not. It's very surprising. So I just wanted to bring this up. I don't know if any of you have gone through this phase of feeling what the other side might be feeling, or just to acknowledge again that this is a very profound spiritual connection, and when we are disconnected from the spiritual dimensions, those feelings that arise when we are in the spiritual source, the sensations, the connections, the feelings, the sensitivity, the intuition, well, it's not there right now. And to my surprise, I must say it's okay. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I've been silent for a while, but I think this could be an interesting part of the process to start understanding more perspectives that are beyond just ourselves, and that's good. So thank you again for your time. I hope this has been in any way helpful to your own process, and please subscribe to our channel right here, and you can also subscribe directly at our blog, which is awakening.goypaz.com, so you can be notified every time we upload a new post. And you can follow us in our Facebook, which is awakening.goypaz, and also I have a bilingual Twitter, which is Goypaz, Goypaz. Thank you again, and until the next opportunity.